Pokemon YouTuber, not a brand new player because I've been around since 2016 when the game dropped. But yeah, I'm fairly new to all these move counting, move sets, and also team building as well as team reading. But right now I'm showcasing this Biggerov Mandibus Talonflame team that I saw on another YouTuber's video, and I will totally link that on down there in the description so you can go ahead and check his video as well and the player he was showcasing. But pretty much the way I play this team and what I was able to pick up from that video is you try to get a shield advantage for Talonflame. You try to bait either the hard counter for the Talonflame with Mandibus, and then get rid of it with your bigger off, or at least get a shield advantage, as well as Mandibus will be a damage sponge. A Mandibus roll will be absorbing as much damage as he can to prevent that damage being on Talonflame. And well, let's just focus on this match. Our opponent just switched he on the Whiscash to catch the Rock Slide, which was a pretty good play. But right now we're not looking to. Well, they will shield this, and I believe they will shield again. Because the pressure the Big Rod can put on a Shadow Whiscash is just amazing. So we just got both of their shields. I don't know about that play though. So we're going to come in with Talonflame, and we're going to start farming up. This may very well be a mud bomb, but just in case, we will not risk it. And so we're going to go for a fly. I'm going for a fly because they do not have shield, so we can just take him out and then farm this Skarmory. We still have a shield, so we're just going to shield this and then go for a flame charge, which will almost one shot this Skarmory. I believe it will just be one incinerate away. So yeah, and that's game number one. I mean, I've had a lot of success with this team. Been able um to climb over 350 elo with it. I started when I was around 1900, and at this moment I'm sitting around 2250, 2260, something like that. So right here, a lantern lead, and this is exactly where we want to see the lantern, right? Because the lantern completely walls our Mandibus, and it absolutely destroys our Talonflames. They're going to be switching into a Trevenant. We have the perfect answer for a Trevenant, which is Mandibus. Mandibus absolutely walls Trevenant. There's nothing a Trevenant uh, can send to a Mandibus that will do any damage. So we're just going to go for an aerial ace, and then we're just going to farm down. Even a shadow ball, there's no, that's just nothing. So we're just going to farm down. I'll get a lot of energy. We're going to top our energy at 100, and now we're looking forward to send the double dark pulse to this lantern. So getting rid of this lantern will be just crucial for the late game, as our Talonflame will be able to run free with both shields, which is pretty much the goal here. Also, we do get a shield, and then we're going to switch. We're going to combo play onto our Biggeroth and send a Body Slam. But they do cut the Body Slam with the CDI, and well, pretty much that's resisted. So we're going to go with a Rock Slide now. Well, basically what we're trying to do is just chip away and not letting this CDI just farm it down, so they can go into their next into the Mandibus or down with a ton of energy. They do undercharge that in order to get a little bit more farm. That was a very well played by them. But we do have a Talonflame, and we do have a Mandibus that completely owns the CDI. So we're obviously not gonna shield that. We will shield this, and we're going to go for the farm down on the lantern. Since we do have another shield, we will shield this again. And I'm not quite sure if we were able to take them out. No, they do get to another move, but our Mandibus is still quite healthy. And we do our Talonflame does go down, we're going to farm down the Lantern, and then we're just one snarl away from taking out the Decidueye, and that's game number 2. So that's pretty much an example of how to take down Lantern. Uh, you just need to preserve your shields for Talonflame. Even if you can get like an energy lead on Lantern, that's also great because you can just flame charge and then try to farm down with Incinerate, because Incinerate boosted even on a Lantern that resists this does do a lot of damage. So right here, we're going to go for a Rock Slide because, like I said, we won't be shielding this. We do not want to shield anything on our Vigoroth. Definitely don't want to shield anything on our Mandibus. So I just go for the Rock Slide because I know I'm only going to be able to get to one move on our Vigoroth, so there's really no point of baiting. And right here, they do go for an Icy Wind on this Abomasnow that will be not the best answer for Mandibus, but we'll do the trick for them since we won't be shielding. Again, we're going to go for an aerial ace, back-to-back aerial aces, just to put some pressure on our opponent and to make them force them to throw their energy. I'm sorry. So they're going to for another Icy Wind. So we're just coming in with our Talonflame. We're going to farm up this Abomasnow, and here's a problem because this happened because I did not shield the flame charge on the Vigoroth. Of course, we are two shields. I mean, we do have a two shield advantage on our opponent, but right now we really need to get rid of this Great Ninja that is putting the pressure of hell on this Talonflame. And right now we're going to have to go for a fly, which I believe will take him out. And yep, it will take him out. And we're going to try to catch a charge attack on this Talonflame, but unfortunately, I don't even know if they were on a charge attack. I believe they were at the fly, but we will be losing this one to the Talonflame because I switched. Maybe if I didn't switch and try to go straight for the fly, we would have won because our attack was boosted. I don't know, but we made a mistake right there. I will also be showing some losses because I don't really like to just show some wins. So here's a good lead on a Abomasnow. This is also not a terrible lead, but we're going to farm up some energy and then switch into our Mandibus, which of course has the best matchup against this Whiscash. Oh, I believe Vigoroth also beats Whiscash in the one shield and two shield scenario, but like I said, we're not shielding anything, and we get double debuff by this Scald, which is absolutely insane. The Shadow Whiscash is able to put a lot of pressure even on the Mandibus with this Shadow Skull that gets double debuffs. But we're going to be able to get this Whiscash pretty low into the red just for Vigoroth to come in and farm down. And we're going to get a lot of energy for the Abomasnow. So, but they send a Lantern. So this team had two really good answers to our Talonflame in Lantern and Shadow Whiscash. So right now we're going to go for a Body Slam. This is exactly where we want to see the Lantern, of course. They save their Abomasnow because they're thinking, I don't want my Abomasnow facing a bigger, but they are not expecting what's coming for them. So we're going to go for another Body Slam to put another pressure and on this Lantern to shield. And we get the shield advantage, which is exactly what we need Big Earth to do. So Big Earth can go down. He completed his mission, which was getting his shield advantage for this Talonflame that will form down this Lantern. And right now, Lantern is going to go for a Surf. We couldn't even swap the shield there, but we will go for a Flame Charge. We're up a shield, and they just hit the writing on the wall, so they just let it go because even if they shield, we would have just farmed them down. So right now, another Abomasnow lead, and this is a great lead, but they will be switching to Salazzle. So Salazzle will be getting two Incinerates into my Vigoroth. I'm not going to be shielding anything. I'll try to go for a Rock Slide, see if they do shield this. If they do, I'll go into Mandibus. There we go. So we're but our I believe I should for all the rock slide before because we took 3 incinerates and the third one was with our defense debuff. So our Bigger is pretty low now on their HP. We will be taking out this Salasso. Abominable is gonna come in, so we're going to go for our aerial ace. Our defense is debuff because Salasso went for a poison fang. So right now this is not looking really good because I would have preferred to have a little bit more HP on our Vigoroth to at least still be on the yellow. So yeah, Bombasno will be able to farm us down. We're going to go with Talonflame. I mean, we do have a 2 shield advantage, but they're going to debuff our attack with Decisive Wind, and they do have a Whiscash. And this is exactly what I meant. I try to get a catch on Vigoroth, and then I also try to call a bait here, but it's not a bait, and I don't get the catch, I don't get the call right, so this is just game over. I guess I should have just shield and then go for a fly, or yeah, but this is just GG at this point. I made a huge mistake there, letting the Vigoroth get incinerate down by this lasso and also not calling right the bait. But hey, you lose some, you win some. I just want to clarify, I'm not any like GBL pro. I'm a pretty casual player that's looking forward to get better. I am studying like the move sets. I am practicing team building, team reading and stuff like that, as well as counting moves because I'm not very good at that. But I think for a casual player, I just want to entertain you guys and maybe help you learn a little more. And right here, Big Growth against Big Early. When I see a Big Early, I just farm up to the Body Slam and then switch onto the Mandibus to catch their Body Slam. And right here, we face a Quagsire, which is exactly what we want to bait to get it out of the way for our Talonflame. So we'll be going for a Dark Pulse, which does hit quite hard, honestly. And this will be another Dark Pulse. I don't know if we CMP tie there. I don't believe so, but no. So yeah, I mean Quagsire will be taking us out. Again, we're not gonna show anything on this Mandibus. They will be taking us out, but their Quagsire is pretty low. We're not gonna show anything in. This is just an Aqua Tail or Insidious Tone. This is just an Aqua Tail. I mean, it's quite insane that a Quagsire can get to an Aqua Tail in just four mod shots. But there we go for a body slam on the Tentacruel. Tentacruel shields that, which was impressive. I was not expecting a shield from them. So now we have a shield advantage. We will be going on for another body slam. This will connect. Right here, I go for Talonflame, and we'll be switched. We'll be shielding this. I'm sorry. It is an S spray. I was not counting it right. I believe they didn't have enough for a skull. They will be catching this fly with their Vigoroth. That was a pretty good catch. But we're going to be able to farm down this Vigoroth and get up to a fly. Then we're going to the incinerate right there was absolutely beautiful because the incinerate registering right there gave me enough energy to just get one more incinerate and then take the fly. Because that incinerate registered at the same time they went for the acid spray, we were able to win this game that otherwise we would have lost. And there we go. That was quite that incinerate right there was clutch. I'm sorry guys, I'm a little sick from my throat. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video so far. So right now we're going to Skarmory lead. Right here, we're not going to switch because our Mandibus, I mean, doesn't do bad against Skarmory, but I'd rather have it face our counter Bigger Earth with Rock Slide. So we're going to go for a Body Slam, and then we're going to try to catch um, uh, with Mandibus. I believe this is a Stonage. Yeah, it is a Stonage, but that's fine. We just want to preserve our energy on our Bigger Earth and try to put the pressure on shields with our Dark Pulse. So like I say, Mandibus is just a damage sponge. We'll be taking Quagsire out. Mandibus is pretty tanky, and I also do have a super high ranked Mandibus. This will be enough to take Quagsire out. We'll be going for another Dark Pulse, just a Snark, a Dark Pulse, and this will do some pretty good chip damage. They will shield the Dark Pulse, so we're going to come in with our Talonflame. Since we're up shields, well, of course we will be shielding this, which I believe is the Brave Bird. They're going for just a Sky Attack. I believe they did have enough for a Brave Bird. They're coming in with a Swampert. We have a huge energy lead. We also can just go for a fly and then switch into our Vigoroth. We'll be catching the Hydro Cannon into our Vigoroth. This is just beautiful. Right here, we'll be putting pressure on that last shield with the Body Slam. I believe they will let this go. Yes, they do. And right now we're going to go for a body slam. We would have not been able to reach the rock slide, but so we're just getting a little bit of damage. But any damage is good. This will be this that body slam will put Skarmory into 2 incinerate range, and that'll be game. And they didn't even top left. They don't let the incinerate register the kill on Talon on Skarmory. So yeah, that was a pretty good game. Even taking Swampert on Talonflame and catching the Hydro Cannon on the Vigoroth. Yeah, that was pretty good. Also, banking the energy on Vigoroth was pretty clutch because that allowed us to get up to 2 body slams pretty much. So right now it does take a little bit around this elo. I don't know if this is common that takes so long to find an opponent. So we're facing Clodsire. Clodsire, a pretty big core breaker for this team. Clodsire, does beat all of these Pokemon, as I believe. Clodsire is super bulky, and its typing in this Jungle Cup is just great. Honestly, Clodsire has a lot of HP, a lot of defense. Sorry for the pause, guys. I just had to go clear my throat. Like I said, I am a little bit sick. I'm sorry for that. So we're just going to try and chip away with the body slam. Our goal here is to get this Clodsire as low as possible. We will not be switching in for anything right here because we don't want to get Stonage on our Mandibus just yet. This will be an Earthquake, and we're just going to farm down with Mandibus. Never mind. Skarmory. Talonflame does come in, one-shots the Clodsire. And right here, we're going to have to shield because Goslord and those Dragon Tails are starting to add up. Talonflame is pretty glassy in the Great League. Also in the Ultra League, but it's pretty glassy in the Great League, and Dragon damage does do a lot to him. So right now we're going for the back-to-back flies. We are pretty low, but they're out of shields now. This will take Guzzler out, and they have a Mantine. So Mantine, I tried to switch into Mandibus, but just didn't get there in time because of the Incinerate. Mantine with Ice Beam, Mantine into Mandibus, not the best matchup. I will not be shielding this because even with an Ice Beam, I was calling a bait, by the way, because I don't believe they are forming up to an Ice Beam. I don't know why is that, but they are out of shields. So we're just going to go for a Dark Pulse, one more Snarl, and then another Dark Pulse. And I believe that will be taking them out. Almost, just one more Snarl. And we did get a little bit of BM right there with the shield. I don't know why they didn't farm up to the Ice Beam. I don't believe they had the Ice Beam. Or maybe they just baited us. But either way, we did call them correct. And right now we're going to face a Talonflame lead, and this is quite tricky because in the one shot scenario, I believe Bigger beats Talonflame because Talonflame absolutely needs to shield a rock slide, so it's pretty easy to bait. But I will be throwing a rock slide away because, like I said, I know I will only be getting to one move with my Bigoroth against Talonflame because I will be saving my shields for my own Talonflame later on the game. And right now, Mandibus is coming just to absorb all of this energy from Talonflame, which will hit us for a lot. Fly, and I believe they're going for the back-to-back fly. Plus that incinerate, but plus that boost and incinerate does quite a lot. So we're going to go for a snarl just to make sure they don't catch. And then we're going to go for the Dark Pulse. We're going to go for the Aerial Ace, but they do catch this one on the bigger Earth, and that was quite a good play by our opponent. So we're going to insta switch into our own Talonflame. They lost their boosted attack because they switched their Talonflame. This will be, I believe, a body slam. So we do get baited right here. We're going to go for a Flame Charge. These Incinerates are starting to farm this bigger elf down. This bigger elf is just burning in hell with this Incinerates. They are yet to rebuild their last Pokemon, so it is a Dragonite, Shadow Dragonite. Again, Talonflame is pretty glassy and dragon damage does do a lot of Talonflame. They throw at the same time we a Incinerate registers, so that allows us to get an energy lead on the next move. And that Incinerate register once again just did the trick for us. Right here we'll be going for an Incinerate, which was boosted, and that's why we were able to take their Talonflame down. And pretty much surviving with a 1 HP or 2 HP Mandibus. So right here we're going for Whimsicott on the lead. Not a great lead, but also not the worst one. We are able to chip away quite a bit with those counters on Whimsicott because Whimsicott is pretty glassy. But that Moonblast, wow, that did hit for a lot. Either way, like I say, we're not showing anything. We're just putting some pressure on Whimsicott with these body slams. And plus the counters that are starting to add up. We got Whimsicott already on the red, forcing them to throw their energy in order for them to maintain switch advantage. Seed Bomb will do the trick. So we're coming in with our Talonflame. They do go with their bigger up, and I'm okay with this. I'm going to switch on the Mandibus to absorb any damage that they will be sending. I banked the energy on the Talonflame for later. That will become in clutch. So we're coming for a Dark Pulse. They do CMP tide us and get to the Body Slam. I don't know why they didn't throw the Rock Slide. I don't know if they just didn't have enough or they were trying to bait. But like I say, I'm not going for any shields on Mandibus. So we're going for the Aerial Ace before they get to another move. This will take out the Bigoroth. Of course, they won't shield that. So we're fairly even on shields, and they have a Talonflame of their own. I'm trying to switch onto Talonflame, not enough time, so I decided to go for the Dark Pulse. This will hit Talonflame for quite a bit, because like I said, Talonflame is pretty glassy, so I will go for a Flame Charge. This will force a shield out of our opponent, and now our attack is boosted, and they Incinerate, registering right there once again. They go for a Brave Bird. What? Who rounds Brave Bird nowadays on Talonflame? We are able to farm their Talonflame down, and they see the writing on the wall right there, so they just top left. We were even on shields, but had a ton of energy and wanted to incinerate a way of taking that Whimsicott out. So right here, Chargebug on the lead. I have not been seeing a lot of Chargebug, strangely, because Mantine and Lantern are everywhere. I guess just the Whiscash and the Steelix just destroy Chargebug. So I don't know. I just haven't seen a lot of Chargebug. I don't know why. So we're going to go for the Rock Slide. Once again, we have to go for the hardest hitting move because we're only going to be able to get to one move. But I decide to shield right here on our Bigoroth because I just didn't want this Chargebug facing any of our flyers or getting a discharge on any of our flyers, which it will get. But right here, I needed to shield because if I didn't shield, then this Chargebug would have been able to more than likely to get to a back-to-back discharge on Mandibus, and that would have pretty much taken Mandibus out, and that would have prevented us from getting this back-to-back Dark Pulse Lantern. So I just needed to get some more chip on Chargebug, so that's why I shielded with Bigoroth. Right here, this back-to-back Dark Pulse chipping away on the Lantern, getting into a Jello. We're going to try to switch into Talonflame. I don't know what happened there, but that registered. Pretty much that gave the opponent the win, but they switch into Skarmory. What? Our opponent with uneven shields with an energy advantage on Lantern over our Skarmory decided to switch to Skarmory. What? So they just rolled the game because now we can just farm down this Skarmory and we're to back-to-back flies, which we only need one, but now we're just going to go for a fly. Our attack is boosted. They do not have shield because they wasted their last shield on Skarmory, and we're able to take the win in a game that was already lost because our opponent decided to switch into their Skarmory against our Talonflame. Wow. So right here, Mandibus lead. This is a pretty neutral league. I mean, we can I believe we lose in the zero shields. But we do chip away quite a bit with Rock Slide. So I just build build up to the Rock Slide and farm up some more energy. And then as they switch into Whiscash, of course I go into the switch for Mandibus. And we're going to go for a Dark Pulse, which they shield. Uh, I don't know why they shielded that because this is not a Shadow Whiscash. So Whiscash is in their normal form is super tanky. So we're going to go for another Dark Pulse and they shield again. What? I mean, I guess our opponent really wants switch advantage, but I'm completely fine giving them switch advantage and preserving our two shields for later in the game for Talonflame. I keep calling him Scarman. Sorry, it's not personal. Talonflame, don't get jealous. So right now we're going to build up to another Dark Pulse. We are double debuff because Whiscash is called is broken. And then we're just going to combo play our opponent with this Dark Pulse Body Slam, switching instantly into our bigger up by they do catch the Body Slam in their Lantern, but they have Lantern and Whiscash, which absolutely destroy our Talonflame. And right here is exactly where we want to see the Lantern on our bigger elf, because I mean, if this Lantern was able to align onto our Skarmory, this would have been game. So right here, I'm not shielding anything. We already took down the Lantern because they completely wasted their shields on that Whiscash Mandibus matchup. So we're going to come in with a Talonflame that which will farm down the Whiscash. So they switch into Mandibus, preventing that from happening. We do not shield an Aerial Ace. I don't know why they went for an Aerial Ace instead of a Dark Pulse. So we're going to boost up our attack with this Flame Charge, which would also hit the Mandibus for quite a bit of damage because they do not have any shields. We're not shielding these Aerial Ace. We're calling up the baits because they're just not building up to the Dark Pulse. So I don't know what happened there. So we're going for a fly, and then right here we have a decision to make. Do we play for the shield or not? It's a Mud Bomb. Doesn't take our Talonflame out. We go for the two shield swap BM on our opponent. And I mean, how could we not do that? Because if they have Lantern and Whiscash against Talonflame. But yeah, well, that'll be it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed 28 minutes. If you did get to this part of the video, I really, really, really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the battles. Let me know any feedback that you have. I really appreciate any comments, either like constructive or just good feedback. Anything works. Do not take it personal. Once again, I'm just starting to upload these videos on GBL, which I really love doing, and I do have a ton of fun. So I do hope you enjoyed this as well. And thank you so much for watching. If you did like the video, please make sure you leave your like down there, maybe a comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Once again, Leno Magno here. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.